September 1940. London burns. Night after night. The Luftwaffe rains fire on the capital. Families huddle in shelters. Children clutch gas masks. Churchill rallies a nation on the edge. The Nazi war machine believes Britain will break within weeks. Thousands of bombers, unstoppable, merciless. But let's change one thing. Out of nowhere, a shape appears. No propellers, no roar, just a spectral hum. The B-2 Spirit stealth bomber, decades ahead of its time. Fully fueled, fully armed. One aircraft, invisible to radar, against thousands of Luftwaffe planes. Could it bend the outcome, or would fuel and limits consume it first? This is the story of the shadow that fell on the Third Reich. The Channel fog is thick tonight. Cold air clings to Dover's cliffs. Below, black water churns. No moon, no stars. Just distant German engines preparing for another raid. London expects fire. It always does now. Blackout curtains drawn, sirens wailing, families descending into the tube carrying blankets and photographs. Smoke still lingers from last night, entire blocks reduced to rubble. Churchill's voice echoes from radios. We shall never surrender, but the skies hold something unseen. It crosses the channel at 50,000 feet, a black shape, angular, impossibly smooth. The B-2 Spirit glides like a phantom, its stealth coating swallowing radar waves. German stations see nothing. British operators see nothing. The fog conspires to conceal it. Inside the cockpit, the crew checks coordinates. GPS locked. Thermal imaging active. Bombs loaded. They're decades out of time. But the mission is clear. Disrupt the Luftwaffe by Britain time. The first target is locked. Calais airfield. Dozens of German bombers preparing for dawn. Fuel depots brimming. Hangars packed. The B-2 banks silently beginning its descent. But the silence was not peace. It was warning. Calais airfield, midnight, engines thrum, floodlights blaze, mechanics adjust propellers, loading bombs. Confidence fills the air like gasoline fumes. The Luftwaffe is winning. Just a few more weeks, they say. Then the sky splits open. The B-2 releases its payload. JAM bombs, GPS guided, perfect. They fall silently, invisible. The first bomb hits the runway. Concrete erupts like a volcano. The second obliterates a fuel depot. Fire blooms orange and white, incinerating everything within 200 meters. Hangars collapse in sheets of flame. Aircraft explode in chain reactions. Shrapnel tears through buildings. Pilots stumble from barracks, eyes wide with disbelief. No cover, no warning, no defense. Officers shout of sabotage, of treachery. They cannot comprehend this. The bomber vanishes before the first alarm sounds. 10 seconds, dozens of planes destroyed, runways cratered, fuel burned to ash, whispers ignite. Der Schattenbomber, the shadow bomber. Soldiers speak of invisible demons, of terror that cannot be fought. But the B-2's arsenal is finite, each bomb irreplaceable. The crew knows their power has a clock. They thought it was an accident. But the shadow was only beginning. London sleeps easier tonight. For the first time in weeks, silence. Families emerge, confused. Children ask why the raid stopped. Across the channel, bases reek of smoke. Runways shattered, fuel depots blackened. Each night, more strikes. Rouen, Abbeville, Lille. Always midnight, always invisible, always devastating. Fuel convoys explode. Ammunition depots vanish. The Luftwaffe bleeds, grounded, helpless. Soldiers whisper of demons. Generals argue. Is it sabotage? New radar? Witchcraft? Hitler demands explanations, none come, only fear. Civilians call it le tonnerre fantôme, the phantom thunder, a weapon that cannot be seen, stopped, or understood. Even RAF pilots wonder. They've seen nothing, just empty skies and burning Nazi airfields. The bomber's fuel is limited. Each sortie calculated, rationed, maintenance impossible, resupply fantasy. Every mission could be the last. But fear spreads faster than bombs, like plague through towns, like fire in dry fields. Trust fractures, morale plummets. The machine that seemed unstoppable now flinches at shadows. With every strike, the bomber's shadow lengthened, but its fuel, its time, shortened. Autumn rain hammers France. Mud everywhere. Skies heavy with smoke. London flickers with light. German bases glow with flames. The Blitz falters. Britain holds. But the Reich prepares a final push. The B-2 strikes deeper. Fuel convoys erupt. Bridges collapse. Staging grounds vanish. Each mission consumes irreplaceable ordnance. The bomber's systems degrade. Warning lights flicker. Hydraulics strain. Stealth coating fractures. The crew rations fuel like desert water. They gamble on targets. Every decision is life or death. Germans adapt. They disperse aircraft, camouflage depots, move supplies at night. But the B-2 owns the night. Thermal scopes spot convoys through fog. Drones map positions. The crew strikes surgically, then vanishes. Hitler orders retribution, larger raids. Terror for terror, but planes don't arrive. They burn on runways. Fuel never reaches engines. Pilots desert, whispering of curses. The Luftwaffe bleeds. Britain breathes. The bomber weakens. The clock grows louder. Like Mongols who struck and vanished. Like plagues that emptied cities. Dread mounts. German soldiers know something hunts them, but they cannot fight what they cannot see. The final confrontation was forming. October 1940. The Luftwaffe prepares its largest raid. Hundreds of bombers, every aircraft. A final blow to shatter London. Staging ground. Lille. Massive hangars. Fuel tankers lined like dominoes. Bombers armed and ready. Engines warming. Night falls. Searchlights claw the sky. London braces. Shelters fill. Prayers whisper. The B-2 launches one last mission. It glides unseen, a ghost in the stratosphere. The crew sees everything through thermal imaging. They release their final payload. Explosions ripple like earthquakes. Fuel depots erupt in towering infernos. Hangars collapse. Runways crack. Fires spread faster than men can run. Hundreds of bombers, grounded before they rose. The sky over Lille turns red. Flames tower hundreds of feet high. Smoke chokes the stars. Men scream, blind and burning. London waits, but the bombers never come. The sky remains silent. Confusion paralyzes command. Generals shout. Orders contradict. Hitler rages, helpless. The shadow bomber is both sword and ghost. But the B-2 lands on fumes. Bomb bays empty. Tanks dry. Systems failing. Warning lights blazing. They'd flown their last mission. They won the night, but the shadow was nearly gone. November 1940. London breathes, scarred but alive. Rubble-filled streets, smoking churches, but families emerge. Children play, life continues. German generals whisper of phantoms, of weapons beyond understanding, of a shadow that broke the Luftwaffe. Britain survived its darkest test. Morale bolsters, myths spread of a guardian shadow, an avenging angel, but the bomber can no longer fly. Fuel gone, ammunition spent, systems failed. It sits hidden, a relic from a future that never was. The war continues. Britain fights with courage, resilience, blood, not technology, not miracles. Yet the Reich never fully recovers. Supply lines fractured, morale shattered, psychological wounds run deeper than craters. Fear lasted longer than fire. The bomber became legend, whispered in bunkers, but legends cannot hold skies. Empires don't fall in flames, they fall in silence. The bomber struck terror, shattered confidence, bought time, but it could not change destiny. Power is borrowed. Fear outlives weapons. Even the most advanced technology has limits. Fuel, maintenance, time. A single bomber over a single city, years ago, taught men that iron and flame could rearrange maps and lives overnight. Cities folded like paper, treaties trembled, and mothers learned new names for fear. The world bent, briefly, toward a different future because of one machine in one sky. Could one weapon alter a world war? For a moment, yes, but only a moment. And if you thought one bomber in 1940 was shocking, wait until modern commandos face 10,000 Spartans at Thermopylae.